Yo, what's up YouTube? My name is Shisha Zed. I'm back, man, with another video for you. You know how it goes. No more wasting time. Let's get it. The other day I was on my Instagram. Add me on Instagram if you haven't already. And I came across a post, man. It was a post about Cardi B having her second child. And when you're RP aware, you know, you look at things from a different perspective almost every time, right? I'm looking at the comments. I'm looking at women saying congratulations. And I'm like, okay, second child. I don't really know much about Cardi B, but I do know that she's, you know, a hardworking musician. You know, I listen to Offset, who is her current husband. But I know that they've gone through some stuff in their marriage and now they're having their second kid, which got me thinking, man, we have all these celebrities today who want to be mothers and they want to be traditional mothers. Call it what you want. They want to be traditional mothers. That is what it looks like. What do I mean by that? Well, if you look at platforms like myself, I bring guests, right? And I talk about the problem with modern women today. And one of those problems is that modern women think that they can raise up a family on their own, right? The single, glorified single motherhood that we see a lot of. They think that a man is disposable. There's no need for a man outside of just good D, right? And money. They don't want his leadership. They don't want his presence. Some women don't even think that they need to get married, right? Which got me thinking, who's feeding these women the Kool-Aid today? Who's feeding them this Kool-Aid, this idea that men, masculine energy are disposable, not only in their lives, but also in their child lives as a whole in society. There's this idea with modern female empowerment that men are disposable, not needed, and marriage itself is an option and is not needed. Regardless of the fact that we know there's data to prove that children who come from a two-parent household perform better in life in general. We still have women today who believe men are disposable. I don't need to learn how to be a wife. I don't need a man in my life. I have my degree, right? I've got my PhD. Shout out to Kevin Samuels, right? I've got my money. Shout out to the OnlyFans chicks from Fresh and Fit. They think they do not need a man. And my question was, where do they get these ideas from? And immediately the first thing that came to my mind was like, man, music, of course, does a big part in convincing women that they don't need a man. If you listen to someone, for example, like Cardi B, right? The type of music that she creates, a lot of it leans towards encouraging women to be more independent, more defiant towards like traditional relationships and like family structures, all that stuff, right? She's feeding the Kool-Aid to women who listen to that music. They're practicing it in real life, but she wants to be a wife, right? She's not drinking that Kool-Aid. She's on her second child. Not only that, she's on her second child with a man who's cheated on her, or let's be more specific here, exercised options. But if you ask the ordinary woman today, hey, would you work through infidelity with the guy that you're with? They'll tell you no. They'll call it grounds to break up a family, break up the kids' lives and everything. And so my question is, why doesn't Cardi B live out the life that she promotes in her music? I'm not saying she's against marriage, but let's be honest, man. She's not for traditional. If you listen to her music, you don't think she's for traditional marriage, right? We even have someone like Beyonce, for example. You know, all my single ladies, you're still singing the song. She's still married to a man who exercised options at one point, and he is happily married to her because she understood that a relationship with a man who she respects and looks up to, who she can grow up with and raise up kids with, is more important than any of her pride, any of that single motherhood BS that is usually pumped out into society. What am I trying to say here? I'm trying to say, man, the people that are usually pushing out this whole idea, right? The Kool-Aid out here that you don't need a man. Men are disposable. Masculine energy is disposable. Men are toxic. Men ain't shit. All these terrible things. What are they doing? They're turning right around and finding their husband. They're working out their relationships with their significant others. And it doesn't end there, man. I think of like Derek Jackson, who came right out the gate, kind of like championing female empowerment and like, you know, a man has to work for a single mother, black men don't cheat, all this other BS, man. He was literally convincing women that, hey, you shouldn't tolerate with a man who cheats. He will probably cheat again. You should leave him. And that same man goes right around the corner. And here's the interesting thing. While Derek was kind of preaching this whole like, oh yeah, black men don't cheat, don't tolerate cheating, here comes someone like Kevin Samuels, who rises and says, hey, a man might cheat and you might want to work through that. Why? Because if you've already been with a man for that long, chances are your SMV, sexual market value, has gone down. If you have kids, it's worse for you to leave because you're going to affect those kids' lives. So consider working things out. It's not just about you anymore. Here comes Kevin Samuels with that message. But Derek Jackson is still preaching that, oh, don't tolerate it. You're a queen. You're a goddess. You don't deserve a man to cheat on you. What does he do? He turns around and cheats on his wife. What am I trying to say? The people who are pushing the Kool-Aid don't drink the Kool-Aid. They don't. And in all honesty, man, this is how life just seems to work in general. In almost every aspect of life there is. This is in religion. This is in politics. And so the question is, take women, for example, in relationships with men. Why do they fall for that empowerment idea so much? Well, because it lacks accountability. They don't have to prepare to be a wife. Why? Because this may mean a lot of things. This may mean me doing things that I don't want to do. The blue pill is easier to swallow than the red. Will always be easier. And most people would rather take in a lie than take in the truth. It's just what it is. This is why we have so many simps. This is why we have so many beta men out in the streets. Is that they cannot stand the fact that a woman isn't as special as they think she is. They want to put her on a pedestal. They want to believe in love. They want to believe that, oh, she probably won't cheat on me if I just do the right things and I just love her and I just, she'll cheat. Yeah. Because believing that women love opportunistically and that they are hypergamous means what? It means that the more I acquire as a man, the more I'm able to prove myself. Yes, prove myself to myself. The better my life gets, the more opportunities I will have with women, meaning women don't want me. They want what I have to offer. So that's a sad reality to a man who believes in a fantasy, who believes in a lie, who believes in romance, who believes in that fairy tale type of love. When you become RP, when you're awake though, you wake up to the truth, right? You become a man. You realize that, hey, things are the way that they are for a reason. You've accepted female nature. You've also accepted male nature. You understand your role on this earth. It's easier for people to believe that, oh yeah, I can do it on my own. Because saying I can't do it on my own, right? Now we're back here talking about women who drink the Kool-Aid, means that you need a man's help to raise up a man if you have a son, or you need a man's guidance in a family structure. Again, it was painfully obvious to me. I mean, it should have been obvious when like Derek Jackson cheated on his wife and she stayed with him. That should have been an obvious thing, but people who see that then start justifying it and saying things like, oh yeah, you know, he has her under mind control, you know, he's very manipulative. Or she just thought it through and said, you know what, this is probably the highest value man I can attract. I probably won't do better than this, and I should probably stay with him for the betterment of my seed and probably herself, right? She understood it. The people who are usually pushing the Kool-Aid don't really drink the Kool-Aid, is my point. So what does that mean for you? Well, I think for everybody, it means that we have to be careful who we look up to and listen to and the information we take in. We have to see and watch if it matches their actions. It's important. Integrity is important. The truth is, for most human beings, women, men included, we know what we want. Ask a woman. She does want a family. As much as she may try to deny it, as much as a woman may try to convince herself she doesn't want it, what she doesn't want to do is the work. She doesn't want to embrace her feminine energy. She doesn't want to let go of that independence. She doesn't want to give away some of that freedom. And for men out here who listen to my type of content and similar content, who refuse to see the truth for what it is, don't want to believe that, hey, female nature, women are hypergamous. Once you get your shit together, the women seem to notice you a little bit more. Now they're checking for you. Now she's choosing. They don't want to believe that. Why? Because that means, oh, there's work to be done within myself. And a person who's naturally pessimistic or cynical will listen to this and say, well, we can't all be great. Well, why can't you be great? Why can't you be great? Don't worry about anybody else. Worry about yourself. Why can't you be great? Why can't you be the best version of yourself? Why can't you go to the gym like you said you were going to? Do it for you. Why can't you start that business? Don't worry about anybody else. What's stopping you? Because let's be honest here. It's not that you don't think it's going to work. It's all around us. The truth is around us, man. You just got to accept it and pay attention to it. As much as Kool-Aid as there is out here, there's a lot of bullshit. You'll never be able to deny the truth. The truth that women are attracted to masculine, alpha type men. These are the guys they want to bang, right? The truth is all around us. As much as you want to make men to be these soft creatures who aren't strong, who, why are men the way that they are? Well, because women love it. And also, it's nature. And so, if you're procrastinating right now, as a man, right, comes down to this. Why am I not doing what I know I'm supposed to be doing? I don't know what your goal is. Maybe you want to lose some weight. Maybe you want to gain some muscle. Maybe you have a project, a passion that you want to start working on. Why aren't you doing it? It's time to get real with ourselves here, right? Because on this channel, ultimately, everything comes down to what? Peace, positivity, self-awareness, and motivation. So ask yourself, why aren't I doing the things that I know I'm supposed to be doing? Why is it so easy for me to drink the Kool-Aid? Because we're going to make this video personal. Right? Because here we're about accountability. Why? Well, chances are, like me, because I've been there, man, we're all trying to avoid the work. We don't want to wake up early. We don't want to go to our 9 to 5 and then have 2 hours where we're working on our passion after that. We don't. We're too fucking lazy. Ultimately, we're afraid of the work. Listen, as much as we try to avoid it, the truth is the truth. You either embrace it or decide to go against it. But either way, there's hell to pay. You're either going against your natural self, and good luck with that, right? Or you are embracing your natural self, and that hell is the process before your destination, which will be your reward. A new you, a changed you, a better version of yourself. Hey guys, if you enjoyed this video, do me a favor, hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Also, let me know what you guys thought of the content down below. You know I stay in the mix. My name is Chisha Zed. Until next time, man, I'm out. Peace.